Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World for episode 12 of the Pacific Northwest. Now, as you can see, I am on my way back from the store and I have just leased some equipment. When we finished up our field yesterday, the rains came and it rained and rained and rained and rained and I didn't get much accomplished. I did get our field seeded with some soybeans, get some cash crop in there, maybe get a little bit more money coming back in. And I picked up 4 more horses, so our stable is full. We have 16 horses, and we'll take a look at those here in just a second. At least in our menu, we'll take a look. I did get them fed. They are all set up and good to go. But we are just a day or two away from our first horse sale. And that is going to be a nice payoff after waiting so long. And that will begin our rotation. Every couple days we'll sell 4 more, buy 4 new ones, and keep those horses working for us. Now, if you haven't guessed by now, and I'd be shocked if you didn't, I am driving a John Deere forage harvester with a 9-meter header, and behind us I have got a trailer that we are going to use to take out this corn. The corn is coming down. I've really been looking forward to this. I'm interested to see exactly how much chaff we're going to get out of it for our silage bunkers. And if you'll take a look, I have this lovely forage harvester. It actually is a very good looking machine. Hadn't used John Deere in this before, so I wanted to give it a shot. Now, it's likely that I'll end up using a helper a lot with this, but at least for the first few passes, especially, and there's a narrow section down there, I felt like I needed a trailer that could be pulled behind, and finding a trailer that will tow, or a trailer that a forage harvester will tow, is not always an easy proposition. So we're going to get this opened up. Start swinging around here. I want to try to come in from this side if I can. Fire up our header, drop it down. It might have been a little premature, but we'll work it out. And swing right into there. And there we go. Now we are cooking. That's odd that we're not catching those rows. Must be a bump there or something. As you can see, we are filling up quickly. I don't think we're even going to get to the end of this. Well, we'll probably get to the end of the row. Yeah, we might be able to do this in 1 more row, and then we'll have to go empty. Oops. As it stands right now, I don't know if it's the undulations of the land or the header or the harvester. I don't know what's causing all of this corn to get missed. I think it must be the land that we're on, so I might have to just come at those from a different direction. Very strange. Now it's not. Oh, there it goes again. It's got to be the angle or something. Well, we'll get it sorted. Let's see if coming at it from a different direction makes a difference. Well, a little bit. It's picking up more of it this time. I mean, if we have to, we can just plow it under, but I'd rather not do that. Just checking my settings here to see if there's anything that's adjustable, but it doesn't look like it. We will keep plugging along. Okay, well, we do have our first full load. Let's get this to the bunker silo. I'd like to get this back into the corner as much as I possibly can. I'm not going to do that with the head out there, though. There we go. That's one. I'm going to try the field right here and see what we end up with. No, it's not the field. There's got to be something funky with either the harvester. Now, these are all mods, every one of them, so maybe they're just not working and playing well together. I don't know. It does fine for a while, and then all of a sudden it decides there's some rows it just doesn't like. It doesn't want to bring them in. I might have to take this back to the shop and insist on getting my money back so that we can get something else. Alright, I am going to I'm going to do this pass down the field. I'm going to turn around, run back, empty this trailer, and then I'm going back to the shop. And those guys are giving my money back because this is ridiculous. And I guess I will stop being cheap and just rent a big X. That is so strange. But, you know, this is why we get the mods. We want to try new equipment. We want to see how they function, how playable they are, and sometimes they just don't quite do what you'd like them to do. And that's just fine. At least we gave it the old college try. Or some ridiculous cliche like that. Well, we're still going to manage to get a full trailer out of this. Alright, I will see you when I get this all sorted out. Okay, you can see I got the big X, and I am just going to see if I can get a helper to start on this. It's going to be a little strange since the field is sort of choppy now, so I'm not sure how this is going to work out. But we'll give it a shot. And this helper is not willing to move forward. What's going on? I mean, it's corn. It shouldn't be this hard, right? There we go. There we don't. What in the heck is going on here? Oh, he thinks he's at the end of the row already. Oh my gosh. Again, this is corn. This shouldn't be this hard. Oh, is your chore done now? Uh-huh. Alright. Well, let's try it on the other field again then. You know, I was really kind of looking forward to this. I thought, yeah, let's do something interesting and different. I'm really kind of wanting to see how much corn chaff those silos will hold. And now it's turned into one gargantuan CF. Don't say it. Don't even think it. Is this actually doing what it's supposed to do? Is it going to work the way it's supposed to work? My God, I think it is. Well, I think we may have gotten it sorted. I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge to clean up the mess that got made on that other field, but and part of this one. But we'll work through that. If we have to plow it under, we'll just plow it under and try again. But anyway, I am going to do a time lapse, and we're going to see exactly how much of that bunker silo we can fill up. See you in a little bit. This is the last of the chaff going into our bunker silo. That was no easy chore getting the last of that corn. We did manage to handle field 20 pretty well once we got the restart over on the other side, but cleaning up field 22, our old field that's been flattened, I think I shall just leave that alone from now on. It was a bit of a challenge, and using a helper wasn't always in the cards, so that's okay. It got done. 97% of the corn got pulled. Interested to find out exactly how much is in that silo, but first I want to get set up to do some compacting, and that's going to require that we do a little bit in the way of tractor upgrades. So we're going to pull right up here to our toolbox, hop out, get some repair work done first, trailer, and let's see what we can do. That's the first thing we want to do. And then I'm going to go ahead and bump this all the way up to 517 horsepower. It's going to be our bad boy from now on. I see myself using it more than anything. And I'll just leave that trailer where it is. Let's go play on top of a silage heap. Go ahead and open up my help menu so that I can see exactly how much we've got in there, and I can keep track of the compacting. We've got almost 600,000 liters, and that, my friends, is why they say corn is king. Now, a lot of people don't want to deal with corn just because you have to plow and reseed and fertilize and all of that to bring the crop in, but you know, they would argue, oh, just put grass in there and be done with it because grass grows itself back. You know, one application of fertilizer and you're done. Well, that's true, but I can bring in 4 times as much corn as that grass will bring in. And if that means I need to plow my field, then I need to plow my field. I was really considering the possibility that we could fill up this bunker silo. But no, we're not even close to that. I mean, it's 600,000 liters. I'll bet this is a 2 million liter silo based on how much... at least a million and a half. 2 might be pushing it. I don't know. It is possible. Now this is another phase in our get ready for the dairy farm. I wanted to make a lot of silage because I want to make a lot of total mixed ration. But also, we're going to sell probably 2/3 of this because silage is good money, really good money. I wish I could just sit on top of this and spin around, but it's not going to allow me to do that. Just not quite big enough up there. It certainly isn't slowing this tractor down much. I love the fence. I just love them. You put a set of duals on the 1050 and man, it just looks like a beast. It is a beast. They're fun to drive, fun to look at, fun to listen to. Give me a Fendt any day. I know I'm an American. I'm supposed to be a Case fan or a Deere fan. Red or green. Well, I am green. But not the kind of green people would like me to be. Too bad, so sad. There we have it. 100% compacted, almost 600,000 liters. Let's cover it up. Alright, and we will give that about a day, probably about this time tomorrow. We were going to have a whole bunch of silage. As I said, the whole farm needs to be harvested at this point. Gonna get back over, fire up the combine harvester and start bringing in some oats. But first, I'm gonna get these duals off of here, because while they are fabulous to look at, they don't make driving the easiest easiest thing to do. And then, like I said, we need to plow that cornfield, and there was a new, I believe it was a subsoiler that came out on Mod Hub that I want to give a try, so we're going to look into that. Let's get our wides and weights. Good. And that doesn't cost us anything to go back to that. And we could throw duals on there anytime we want to. Let's put this trailer away first. Get down to the store. I really wish this store would make deliveries, because Sometimes driving up and down this hill gets a little old. But hey, we do what we have to do to get what we need. And I'm not going to waste time waiting on any old car. So while I've got a minute, I'm going to throw some shout outs out. I just got a handful of new subscribers in the past 24 hours or so. So glad to have you aboard. Mike, Jim, Dragon Enterprises, and Amadi6. Those 4 folks have joined the channel, and I'm glad to have them along. Hopefully they'll have some fun watching these videos. I know I have fun making them. Now we do also have our plow, and I will have the plow working part of field 20 also, but I'm going to run in and look at this cultivator. Pretty sure it was a subsoil. Yep, it's this one, the Agro Mulch 6M, and it's 31,450, but I think we're going to be using it a lot. It's 6 meters. Our other is 6 meters, but having 2 to work a field the size of our cornfield is going to be a big help. And to jump 2 more meters, we'd have to spend another 50, almost 51,000. So we are going to try out the Agro Mulch 6M by Agrisem International. And maybe I should have leased that first, but not today. Today we've got money. I was about to say, I really hope that folds. They don't usually come unfolded like that. So I will see you back up at the farm when I've got this in place. Quick jump cut. Okay. Just pulling back right back in here. I am just going to set a worker on this. Very nice. It actually gives a plowed state. A lot of times these don't, especially when they have the rollers in back. It smooths it out to look more cultivated, but yeah, I like that. Good deal. And we're going to go get our harvester running. Now, this wide head does not allow me to turn left there and just drive over to our field. Since I went from the 7 and 7.6 meter header or whatever up to this 10 meter header, I have to come back around the long way. You can see a little better here now too how big our trees have gotten. They're really getting close to coming down. And then of course we've got the big row all around our grass field here. That almost looks so good I'd like to keep it. But I think they're gonna come down. I can always plant more if I want to. And I'm gonna start this worker over on this corner. Everybody's working today. The case here has plenty of horsepower to pull this lizard subsoiler. we will get the case helping out on field 20. Gotta fix that one of these days. There you blows. There you blows. There she blows. I was feeding the horses earlier. Make sure that this trailer's empty. I pulled oats and hay to give the horses. This small trailer will do to work with our harvester to bring those oats in. Yeah, it's going to be a busy day. And you can see, just looking right here, our grass is thick and heavy. It needs to be mowed also. Well, that's something else that's going to need to get done, and that's probably going to be for another day. I think we've just got too much to do here for now. Especially since if I want to get this field replanted, when these oats are done, then straw has to be baled, and we've got straw coming out our ears at this point, so I'm going to end up selling some of it off. There won't be any way around it. Our bale barn is almost full of straw. So obviously we've got plenty to keep us busy here on the farm, and it's all stuff that we've done repeatedly. I really wanted to get that silage in the bunker, or the chaff in the bunker, and get that silage fermenting. By the time we roll around again, I can see us easily being ready to sell off that silage, so we're going to see what we can make out of it. Let's take a look real quick and just see what silage is selling for right now. So right now, the barn is selling silage for $605 per 1,000 liters. What's that going to come out to? If we were to sell 500,000, 605 times 500,000, that's $300,000 worth of silage we are sitting on. Tomorrow is going to be a big payday, and you know what that means? That means cows are so close. We are going to get there. But for now, I think I'm going to call it a day. I appreciate you all coming along for the ride. I hope to see more of you in the future. If you enjoyed this video, if you got something out of it, if it somehow made your day, at least even the tiniest little smidge, do me a favor, be a pal, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time. Take care.